This week's Hall of Lame.
Okay.
Uh,
Ooh. All right.
man,
Halloween. You say Halloween? Gee,
I
Pat, tell me more.
I could tie this into the whole political talk thing, but if you get the undertone, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Um, man, this is a sad one. This week's Hall of Lame is a situation where a young Fort Worth rapper named Lil Rodney gets 12 years, 7 years over shooting a 1-year-old. Um, basically, this child, Lil Rodney, goes by Baby Savage or 30 Shots also. 7 years in a juvenile detention facility in September for shooting a 1-year-old that survived the incident. Basically, they had him on an ankle monitor and everything. He would take off the ankle monitor. He would, actively go on social media and taunt the judge and stuff like that. Um, and I don't know if I blame the child so much. Like, I mean, the child's cognizant enough to know right from wrong, but ultimately, like, kind of put this on the environment. Um, it takes a village to raise a child. This child, unfortunately, you know, his mother was young when she had him. She, got arrested a couple of times. The father abandoned him. So it's already a difficult story. And so his grandfather had to be the legal guardian, but you know, this is what happens when people get just sucked up into their environment and start making poor choices. Um, I would understand if this child were older, but for some of the elder statesmen in the community to, condone this kind of stuff, or even like people that may even be like 4 years older than him, influencing him to do this kind of nut shit is ridiculous. Like the child, and I say child because he's still a child. Um, you know, is cognizant enough to know right from wrong, but you know, when you're influenced by your environment and this is what they see is cool, and no one's telling them otherwise except for his grandfather, and he obviously doesn't look at his grandfather as anything to respect or anything like that. You know, you lean into the community. Like he doesn't have an actual father to lean on, so he gets raised by his community, whether it's gangs or just like the gangsters in the community and stuff like that. And it's really sad to
What
see.
communities are fueled by, and what actually creates those type of communities. Um, the system, the systematic
Oppression.
oppression. Yeah, system creates those environments. Um, so, like you said, yeah, he's a product of the system. The system is working. That's what Harlem Lane.
Right. And
System
honestly, yeah, the system's working sadly. And we live in a culture where like everything, even down to our music, and the women would rather glorify negative stereotypes than support positive ones. Like even recently, like there's a whole thing. Well, that's not important. I won't get into that.
Oh yeah, not even important.
Yeah, but this is what happens when your community glorifies the wrong thing and then, you know, end up being a product of that perpetual thing. It's like a pipeline, literally, from the cradle to the grave, or in this case, a jail cell or juvenile detention, or
Uh,
whatever is in store. And it's really sad to see that we as a community have failed this child.
juvenile, yeah. And you see how much years he got. Um, mind you, 7. So he's 12. So he'll get out when he,
When he's a legal adult.
yeah, he's
And
legal.
that's if, and since he got sentenced to 7, if he doesn't, if they don't let him out for like good behavior, when he turns 18, he's just or 17, because I think it might be different in Texas, they're going to transfer him to like the adult
Oh wait, is
facilities.
it Texas? Can he be tried? Oh, because is it? I gotta check this right. Because is it Texas? He can be tried as an adult like 14.
Oh, I don't know.
Just look it up.
But either way, it's not looking good. Like, even in certain states, they'll see like, oh, okay, well, we can't keep you in this juvenile detention center, because you're not a juvenile anymore. So then your ass goes to regular jail. You know what I mean?
Texas is 15. When a child 15 years of age or older has been charged with second degree felony, third degree felony, or state jail felony, he or she can be tried as an adult.
Yo, and that's where TK was from. He was in Texas. And that nigga did the race.
Texas
He
has a once an adult, always an adult policy for felony crime.
That sounds real Texas to them. I'm not even gonna
Bro, man,
lie.
I like yo, bro. I want to visit Texas because Texas is, because I've heard some that it's definitely it's you can have a good time visiting Texas, but yeah, they just don't. Texans are just straight. They're just like if I had to put like could describe Texan if they were like a fighting game player or like a character, they're straight like Donkey Kong or like Falcon. You know what they're gonna do, but they don't they'll tell you to your face like yo I'm gonna run up and grab you, and that's what happens. Like
Texas is very Alex Jones.
even you don't even go to Alex Jones because he was I'm trying to say Joe Rogan's podcast. He was recently on. He had both Kanye and Alex Jones on the same week, back to back. They were like episode 1554. I think they were like the 55. Yeah, Alex Jones and Kanye's episode were like back to back. Well, like Twitter, social media, Spotify, everything was they were blowing his shit up.
Yeah, I won't get into that another time. But yeah, Texas is wild in general.
Hold up. All right.
But yeah, back to the major point though, like, it is very sad to see this. I mean, you as a 12-year-old shooting a 1-year-old is ridiculous. And I mean, absolutely, this child had enough sound mind to think that, hey, maybe this is a dumb idea, maybe this is a bad idea, and decided to do this anyway. So he's not completely off the hook. Don't let you think that. But, you know, it's sad seeing, the community failing this child and then ultimately, you know, another one falls victim to the system.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the Hall of Fame. We need something to laugh about now. Shit.
I,
Like,
I don't know what else. I don't think I got anything else we got. Just